Hey guys, in today's Transfer Tuesday, I will be talking about my new financial goals that I have decided to start working on until the end of the year. I know I shared a few new goals at the end of July and also in my first Transfer Tuesday for the month of August. Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I talk all things personal finance, specifically sharing tips on how to save, how to invest, as well as how to budget. If these topics interest you, then please hit that subscribe button as well as give this video a like if you enjoy the content that I'm sharing. So if you're new around here, Transfer Tuesday is a movement that was started over at Pennies Over Perfection by Mary. So she started this movement to help her pay off her debt by looking through her budget and looking for extra money, as well as certain side hustles to help her pay off her debt quicker. So I don't have debt at the moment, so what I'm using this movement for is to encourage me to save more towards my emergency fund, and that's my financial goal, that one of my financial goals that I'm working towards for the rest of 2021. So I have got my trusted notepad where I jot down everything, and also a little extra notepad with my notes that I want to make sure I focus on for this video. So this notepad I have been using for a number of months, I think since last year October, and I absolutely love it. And you can see you've started from the back instead of the front, because I started different things at the front, but now it's my financial book and I'm trying to use up all of my notepads, and this is why I am starting from the back and going that way. But anyway, so as I mentioned, for this Transfer Tuesday I will be sharing the new goals that I have decided that I should focus on for the rest of 2021. So firstly, I'll start off by giving you an update on my emergency fund, and one of the changes that I have towards my financial goals is related to my emergency fund. So for those of you who've been watching my Transfer Tuesdays, you know that I had a goal of saving £15,648 before the end of the year. I called this my bougie emergency fund, but I have sat myself down, re-looked at my budget for the next 6 to 12 months and realized this is unrealistic for me right now in my current financial situation. So having sat myself down, this was not an easy decision because I still want to have a bougie emergency fund. I don't want to have a noodle emergency fund, and by noodle I mean bare minimum, the basic necessities that I need, and save up for those for at least 3 or 6 months. I wanted a bougie one to continue the current lifestyle that I'm leading, but also there's been changes in my lifestyle whereby I've decided to only use a small portion of my salary, and the rest I want to put towards my savings, towards my investment and other financial goals. So because of that, I've had to sit down, relook, replan, and this is what is the result of that. So I have an emergency that's happening with my rental property this month, the month of August, and then other personal things as well, and then I'm also saving up for a holiday. So there's just a lot of things that kind of like happened at once, and this made me dip into my emergency fund. So my initial goal for my emergency fund was to save £15,648. I have decided, I think it's 15,648. I have decided to change that to a more realistic number for me, and that is £10,000. So my new goal for the year 2021 with respect to my emergency fund is to have £10,000 saved in my emergency fund. So last week I put into my emergency fund only £15, and then I also had to take out money. So I initially started off last week with £7,785. Then I put in £15 to make it £7,800. Then with this new emergency that I have in my life at the moment, I needed to take out £1,800. This was not an easy decision for me, but I had to remind myself that that's the reason why I have an emergency fund, so that when emergencies do arise, I can dip into my emergency fund but the goal is to make sure I refund the emergency fund. So I've had to take out 1,800 from my emergency fund, bringing my new balance to £6,000. Obviously, this has taken me back a couple steps, but I mean, I'm not too upset about it. I'm slightly upset about it, but you know, I have to remember the reason I save for it is that when I have personal emergencies, I can reach into that. And it's important to know what you consider emergencies. And for me, this was a real emergency, so I have dipped into my my emergency fund. So my new balance is £6,000. For today's Transfer Tuesday, I am going to be adding in £250, bringing that to £6,250. I am hoping that I'll be able to add 500 in total for the month of August, like I said in my Transfer Tuesday last week, but we shall see. Fingers crossed I'm able to do that. So with respect to the change in my emergency fund goal, so I sat down, recalculated all the numbers, and I realized that my basic necessities, like if I was to look at my 1 month emergency fund, what that would look like, it would be 1,490. So essentially £1,500. Not too far off Dave Ramsey's $1,000 emergency fund that he always talks about, which I think for some people it's great, but for the majority of us it wouldn't work. Then for 3 months, that would mean I'll need £4,470. Then 6 months I would need £8,940. Because I love rounding off numbers, I have decided instead of aiming to save 8,940, I'm going to aim to save £10,000. So right now I have £6,250 saved in my emergency fund. This is my goal for the rest of 2021, to save £10,000. I have written a lot of notes down in my notebook. I track my finances so meticulously that sometimes I'm even like, girl, you gotta take a break. And I do for a couple of hours, and then I go back to it because I just love giving my money a job. I love seeing my money grow. I love seeing money in my savings. I love giving my money a job, so I know I've got this bill coming up and I've got money ready for that bill. I love having a cushion in my account so that I never have to dip into my overdraft, which is never something that I want to do, nor do I want to spend something on my credit card when I know I cannot pay it off at the end of that month. So this is why I love making sure that I know exactly what my money is doing, what bills I have coming up. I have a buffer in my account so that for anything unexpected, that covers it. So this is what I wanted to share in my Transfer Tuesday video. Let me know in the comments below, for those of you who do Transfer Tuesdays, what you are saving towards this week or this month and how you're getting on. So we're already in August, which is still crazy to me, but 2021 just seems to be flying by. I've got nothing against it. I am grateful that it's moving the way it's moving because so many things are just coming alive in terms of my financial goals and what have you. So I'm grateful for that, but it's still a shock that it's moving so fast. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.